So I'm reading over the requirements here on the packaging, and it tells you exactly what size batteries you need. You need 8 AA batteries, which are not included. It also says it requires an SD card, a micro SD card, that's not included. However, it never tells you you should get the SD card that they sell for best results, and that the one you buy from Walmart may not work, which is exactly what I did. And I find that is kind of shady. I think that is just kind of shady. You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. As I'm sitting here working on my camera, I hear a noise. I look over there, and that is the pasture across from us. Those are not my cows. Those are shorthorns. And those are the cows who live on the other side of this property. What are you guys doing over there? So what's happened is they live on the other side of the J&L. What are you guys doing over there? I don't want you to entice my bulls to try to go through this fence is what I'm worried about. Those cows do not belong over here. Morning folks, Lester here, and today I've done what I promised I was going to do, and I got me a camera, a game camera. We're going to set up on that tree over there so we can watch the barrel, the bull barrel I'm calling it. As a matter of fact, when I got the camera, I had to set it up, you know, the initial setup and stuff, and you had to give the camera a nickname. And so I called this bull barrel. So I can go to my app and pull up the bull barrel camera, and we can watch and see all the videos and the still shots of the bulls playing with their barrel. Let's get on the side-by-side and drive over and set this up now. I'm excited about it. I'm not going to promote this product until I know for a fact it's a good one or not. They sent it without asking first, so there's no contractual obligations. It's not like one of those kind of promotional kind of things. But like I always say, if it's a good product and it's easy to install and set up and everything, I will absolutely tell you guys all about it a little bit later. But let's give it a test run for a couple of days first and see. I will say we've had cameras like this before, similar cameras, and we've either had them go through batteries too fast, or we never can get a decent signal, because a lot of these things you have to have a signal to use. This is one camera that does use an existing cellular package. Don't even get me started. We'll talk about it later, if it's even worth talking about. Y'all come with me. Everyone stand up. Make them think that we're working. Whatever it takes, do not let him remove our feed buggy. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. And someone please tell Google that we're not all dying. We're not gonna die. We're not dying. No, we're not. I know you're not dying. I know that Google just says stuff all the time. Google can say whatever they want, Santana. I know you're not dying, okay, sweetie? Hi, Waylon. Charlene. Good morning. Excuse me, sir. Hey, girls. Hey, sweeties. You getting your feet wet, Patsy? Good morning. Hey, y'all. I said hey, all, not hey, y'all. That's Jamie's word. Jenny Lane, you're in my heart and you're in my mind. Bum, 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 bum. Jenny Lane. You guys need to watch out for snakes. And listen to me. Normally, you would not be worried about snakes this time of year because they've all been laid up from the cold weather. However, guys, it's not cold. It's another 80-degree day. An 80-degree day here. It's like summertime already, and it's not even spring yet. And what's going on with that? Yeah, it's shorts and t-shirt weather, friends. Shorts and t-shirts is what we're doing. And, oh, sweetie, hello. But, no, yesterday we did talk about the cows laying around a lot and the fact that Google was trying to scare me. Which, that's what happens when you put all your faith into Google. Sometimes they can tell you the worst and kind of scare you if you're not careful. You know, the same thing is true with WebMD. If you've ever heard of WebMD, it's I don't think people use that much anymore. But WebMD used to be a internet page that you could go to and ask them all kinds of questions. But the joke about WebMD was pretty much that we're all dying. If you go with WebMD, we're all dying. Careful there, sweetie. Here comes Mama and Trinity. Oh, Crispus loves to play with the calves and anyone else who will play with her. But Mom's like, I don't want you near my baby. Just stay away from my baby. Find someone else to love on. And Crispus just can't handle that. She loves little ones. She loves the babies. Oh, hi, Patsy. Well, look at you walking up over here. Can I give you some loving, too? I'm loving on Ruby, and she don't mind. Let me just rub you behind your horns. Oh, Patsy, I was so close to loving on you. But, no, all the cows are fine, friends. We joke and play with Google, and that was a Lester Humor type video yesterday. It wasn't that I was really concerned that my cows were dying, even though the comments were full of people who were not happy with me for saying that. And I do think it's because the timing was bad. If you guys have not heard, Megan and Ellie are heartbroken because they did lose a couple of goats, man, over at the sanctuary. And so the timing of me making that video, now remember, that video was not something that I made that same day. It was videoed and then scheduled before. So I try to be sensitive to things going on around us, and that probably wasn't the best of timing, but it wasn't intentional. Anyway, all the cows are looking wonderful, friends. They are up and about. There's no way we're going to let Google convince them that they're dying, because they're not. They're like, you know what? We're laying around because we're alive and well. And sometimes it's just nice to take little daily naps. And I agree. How many of y'all can raise your hand and say, boy, I love the kind of, oh, sweetie. How many of y'all can raise your hand and admit that a daily nap is the most wonderful thing ever? I would agree with that. I love a daily nap. Now, I don't get to take naps very often, but every once in a while, maybe on a Sunday, or that's really the only time I've ever had a nap would be a Sunday afternoon. Sometimes on a Sunday afternoon, I'll have a nap, especially if I'm watching the football game on TV on the couch, and I sometimes will doze off. But naps are amazing. The cows, no exception. They love to have a nice nap on occasion, right, sweetie? Can we pull that off today? No? It hurts, it pulls. I just want to see it so bad. All right. Let's go set our game camera up, shall we? All right, so reading the instructions, which I don't do enough of, but I did this time. It says you should put your camera, the optimal range is about 20 to 25 feet from your target. So if the barrel's my target and this tree is where I would hope to put it, I don't have a measuring tape, but I'm just gonna go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 feet is not probably far enough. It's gonna end up capturing only half the image. So let's go to this bigger tree over here, shall we? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, right about there, I think. Now the only problem is, will my strap go around this tree? And the answer is no, we don't. We're gonna have to go on this tree over here. Well, I am quite discouraged, my friends. And I'll tell you why. I cannot get this thing to hold on to a signal. I'm watching the little, I've done everything. I followed the directions to a T. And what'll happen is it'll turn solid green, which means it has a signal, and yet it will go back to flashing, which means it's searching for a signal. And so what I did was, even though my phone has all of my bars on the 5G. Now there's no Wi-Fi, but I have all of my bars on a 5G. So if my phone has a signal, I don't know why this can't. I've already gone by and did the subscription, which was ridiculous. It's crazy you have to subscribe and you have to pay for a year's membership before you can even test out your device to see if it's gonna work. So now if it doesn't work, I'll have to go in and cancel that payment and try to get a refund, which is gonna be a whole lot of red tape. You know how that goes. And then get this, they have a chat. They have a chat hotline. I went to the chat hotline and I got a message that said that they are only available Monday through Friday during such and such hours, and weekends during such and such hours. Yet guess what? I'm within the hours right now. I'm within the hours, yet no one's available to help me with the chat. So not good. So far, thumbs down. All right, so long story short, the customer service was no help. All they want me to do is try to go buy one of their SD cards because they're assuming that my SD card's not the right one. Okay? And I said, sir, I says, with all due respect, the problem is not the SD card. The problem is getting and keeping a signal. And he goes, if you don't have the right SD card, it's not going to allow you to connect to get a signal. And I'm thinking, that doesn't really make much sense, because in my mind, I'm assuming that if you don't have the right SD card, maybe you won't be able to capture and hold on to a video or a photo. But why would that affect the camera not having a signal? So I will just say that I'm not happy with this product. Jamie and I have used a ton of security cameras all around, and we've had some good experiences and some bad. And how unfortunate that this was going to be our first use of a brand new camera. They do not include the SD card in the camera purchase, obviously. It says SD card and batteries required, which is okay, whatever. And then it makes me think to yourself, if I had went off and bought this, nowhere on the package does it tell me which SD card I need. So what I do is I stick in my own SD card that I get from Walmart. Oh, and supposedly that's the wrong one. You got to have a different kind of SD card, which tells you nowhere on the packaging. So I think that these guys are trying to make a few extra dollars. I don't know that for a fact, but not happy at all with this product. There. And I hate to do that, y'all. I do. I really, really hate to do a negative product review. But people need to realize if they send a product out to a video creator, they better know what they're doing, because this is not just one guy who's going to see this. This is going to be all of you as well. All right, well, so much for that idea. I am going to take out the SD card from this other camera that works great and just see if I can switch it out with that SD card, and maybe that will be something we can go with. At least we're gonna try. So I'm trying to problem solve, my friends. Y'all bear with me. And not to worry, I will absolutely reinstall the SD card before I leave so as to keep our property protected. All right, my friends, we're back. I went down to the road. I got a different SD card, and we're gonna see if that isn't. Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh my gosh. No. Oh my gosh. Friends, there ain't no way. There ain't no way that big old thing's gonna fit in that little hole. Nuh-uh. There ain't no way that big thing right there is gonna go in that little hole. Gosh darn it. Man, I was looking forward to that too. I was looking forward to that. That was gonna be so fun. Dang it. See, that smaller one fits just fine. That's the size that's the size required for that size of hole. But this one here is obviously way too big. Even though, isn't that something? This here's a lot smaller, but it does a lot more work. This one here's a lot bigger, but doesn't work near as hard. But nonetheless, I am out of luck today. I will not be getting this thing. No, it's not going to happen today, my friends. Darn it. Oh well. I am very let down. Just very let down. This is another way. Here's what I think is happening right here. If that company, SpyPoint, if they knew you were going to have issues, why wouldn't they, somewhere on the packaging, in a bold print, say, this is the size SD card that is required. These are the specs of the SD card that you must have. That's not included. They say you need batteries. They also say you need an SD card, but they never tell you the specific specs the guy's trying to sell me now. That's right. The one he's trying to sell me, it says it nowhere on the packaging. I told him that. He says, well, it is on page 6 of the user manual. I'm like, okay, so I don't see page 6 until I've already bought the camera. No one's going to be able to read page 6 of your manual before they buy and open the packaging. So was just another way that we as consumers are so taken advantage of. And I hate that. I'll get off my soapbox now. And I guess I'll swing by Walmart at some point and try to find me the right SD card. But no matter what, this review's still going out because I'm a little bit bothered right now. So, just bothered. Thank y'all for watching the video. I tell you what, I don't like giving negative reviews. I almost rather not say anything than say something negative. But don't you think that a company who offers you a sponsorship like that, a product for a review, should be on high alert of what's going to happen if you don't like their product or if you find something negative to say like I just experienced? I don't know, y'all. I've always made it a point to build up people, businesses, and products. And if I have a bad experience, not say anything at all. Just not say anything at all. So I'm twisted and torn here. If you see this video, then I'm guessing I was swayed to post anyway. But I am having my mind is saying, Lester, just let it go. Just let it go. Just don't say anything. Thank y'all for watching.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Something like that.